guys, it's Ben Tao. Hey, I just wanted to get on here real quick. It is March 20th, 2022. I am here at Sand Ridge State Forest in Illinois, about ready to start out on my first overnight backpacking trip. I look forward to having a nice, beautiful 2 days of nice weather. It is supposed to get up to 70 tomorrow, and it's close to that right now, so if it hasn't hit it already. So I'm looking forward to some nice weather. I'm going to be doing 14 miles between 2 days, so that means I'm going to try to hit 7 miles today, camp out Backcountry 6, which is about the halfway point to where I am here at the trailhead, and then another 7 miles tomorrow back to my truck. So look forward to it, and I will see you on the trail. We are on the trail. Just started at the trailhead, as stated a moment ago. I got about 7 miles I'm trying to bust out today. Just got here to Sand Ridge State Forest. As you can see, probably from the video, it is beautiful here. The weather is ideal. It is fantastic. Not too cold, not too hot. There should not be a lot of bugs, if any. It's still early in the year. It's March 20th, 2022 to be exact. And I am starting out, it's about 1 o'clock, quarter after or so. I got to the trailhead a little bit late this afternoon. It's Sunday, so I had church this morning. So now I am spending some time here on a solo backpack trip. So look forward to this trip. I've been looking forward to this trip. I was hoping to come a couple weeks ago. Just didn't work out that way. But I think it's good that I waited a couple weeks, because the weather is actually better today and tomorrow than it has been. It's been very rainy lately, but it's supposed to be dry today and tomorrow. I think there's more rain coming in tomorrow evening, but I should be back to my truck by then. So I look forward. I've done several day hikes here at Sand Ridge. I've never did any overnights, backpack trips, at least not yet. So this is my first. So I look forward to figuring out and finding out and discovering everything this forest has to offer. So it looks like we have a horseback rider and a dog coming up. So we will let you go for now, and I will talk to you later on the trail. Well, I just passed a gentleman and his horse. I think I spooked the horse. I was trying to make myself known and stay over off to the side a little bit, but where he could see me. But the horse was acting a little scared, so a guy wasn't able to really stop and talk much. He was trying to get by me real quick. So, but as I said, it's a beautiful day. So what that means is there's probably going to be several people here on trail. It is the weekend. It's Sunday, and the weather's nice. So everybody probably is thinking the same thing that I was thinking, as this is a good day to be out on trail. So I look forward to just enjoying the scenery, enjoying the forest, and just enjoying the trail. So I will talk to you soon. Well, I just passed Backcountry 2, so I believe that means I'm approximately 2 miles in to my trail, or close to it, maybe 1.5 miles or so. Things are going well. It is beautiful out here. Just been walking along the pathway, Yellow Trail, and just enjoying the weather. So I thought I'd get on here, just talk a little bit about Sand Ridge State Forest, at least how much I know about it. Sand Ridge State Forest is said to be the only of its kind in Illinois. It is actually, I know it doesn't look like it from the view on the camera, but it is actually a desert. It is full of sand. Back in the 1930s, all of these trees, or at least a lot of these trees, were not here. During the Depression, the government employed, in order to employ people, create a project to come in here and plant a bunch of trees, especially pine trees or evergreen trees. And they came through here and planted, and these trees were really the only thing that would grow in this area. That's why Sand Ridge is like it is because it was not good enough for farming back then, or even today. Like I said, it is all mostly sand. It is believed that the sand was brought in by a glacier thousands of years ago during the Ice Age, and when the glacier receded, melted away, it left behind the sand. So there are actually cactus that grow here in Sand Ridge Forest. Every so often I'll see one. They don't look like much right now because it is early spring, so they haven't really started growing back. So the ones that I've seen so far have been old weathered, dried up cactus. So, but if I see one, I'll try to show it to you. But Sand Ridge is, as I stated, it is a state park. It is open to the public, and it's a wonderful place to go day hiking or camping. They have two main campgrounds here at Sand Ridge, Pine Campground, and I believe the other one's called Oak. And I guess you could say there's three. There's another one that's specifically for horseback riders. So, but there's also some backcountry sites. I forgot how many exactly is here. There are several, maybe close to 10 or so. I could be overshooting a little bit, but it is a nice area. And as you can see, it is not shy, not short of the scenery. You can kind of look around. There's woods and there's fields, and periodically you may see an animal, a deer, or something like that. And actually I see horses, and there's actually horses. Let me turn the camera around for you. I don't know if you can really see very well, but I have some horses coming down the trail toward me. So, don't want to spook the horses, like I said. I try to let them know I'm here, so that way they, oh, sorry about that. I try to let them know that I'm here, that way I don't spook anyone. So, I will get off the camera now, and I will talk to you shortly. Like I was saying, there is a lot of sand here at Sand Ridge, thus the name. The sand is a little hard to walk on in some places. As you can imagine, your feet want to sink down. Actually, expected that this morning when I was getting ready and putting getting my last things together for this backpacking trip. I purchased me some gaiters, just some cheap, $5, $10 gaiters, however much they were, put over my shoes, hopefully to keep sand from getting down in my shoe, because I do not like blisters, and I could imagine the blisters that sand could cause. So working my way through the sand. There's some places where I've had to get off on the side of the path where there's a little more vegetation in order to have more of a solid step than sinking 6 inches down in the sand or so. But it's not too bad. It's still enjoyable. I'm actually preparing, and this is one of my trips to kind of help me prepare. I'll be going on a close to a week-long backpack trip coming up in June. I'll be flying out to California, and I will be hiking the Ray Lakes Loop in the Kings Canyon Sequoia National Park area. So I am looking forward to that trip. I've always wanted to hike in these Sierras, and so this is my opportunity to be able to do so. And I know Illinois, before everyone says something, Illinois does not compare to California when it comes to backpacking and hiking. I would absolutely agree with you. However, this is my backyard, so this is what I have to work with. But I do love Illinois. We do have some very nice areas to be able to backpack. Not California, not the Sierras. However, it is still nice just the same. So I think I'm gonna hike probably another 45 minutes or so. I'm trying to get to my halfway point, about 3.5 miles or so. And then I'm gonna stop and take a break to make sure I am hydrating. I have a problem, and my problem is I do not hydrate. I do not drink enough water. I get busy just hiking along the trail, my thoughts wandering, and I just forget to take a drink. So probably in the next 30 minutes or so, I'm gonna stop, force myself to get something to drink, maybe a little light snack, just hang out for 20 minutes or so, and then finish up the day. Like I said, I'm hiking 7 miles today. That's my plan. The campsite that I reserved is about the halfway point, Backcountry 6. So when I get there, I will talk to you, as well as show you some of the new gear that I'm working with. Part of the reasoning behind this trip is to test some of my new gear I purchased throughout the winter. So I will talk to you soon. Well, I made it to a location, take a break. I just got done eating a Snicker bar. That is the snack for champions. So also loading up on some H2O Smart Water. It is a beautiful day. It's starting to get a little warmer, but most of the trail is underneath a canopy of trees, so that provides plenty of shade. So I'm gonna sit here for a few minutes, just hydrate a little more, and then I'm gonna put my backpack back on and hit the trail. I hope to be at camp no later than 5 o'clock or so. I calculated the time, that's approximate time when I probably will arrive. So like I said, 7 miles today. I'm coming up on, I should be reaching halfway point pretty soon. So I will probably talk to you at camp. Talk to you soon. There's the cactus. Doesn't look like much, but in a couple months should be looking pretty healthy. Hey guys, as you can see from the post behind me, I am not at Backcountry 6. I've had an ordeal of a day. After I took my little break, I would have reached my camp, my reserved camp, at approximately 5 o'clock. I reached the area about 5 o'clock, but I could not find the campsite for whatever reason. I walked around for probably about an hour on several trails around that area. I learned a lesson. I had a paper map that I left in my truck. I forgot to bring the paper map, so I've been going off of AllTrails. AllTrails is not your friend. It was taking me out into the woods, basically, where it wanted me to go for the campsite. So I don't know if there was just an overgrown path that I was missing. I'm sure it was something like that, but I could not find my location. So after about an hour of looking, I decided, well, I'm gonna just go to the next available campsite. So I was hoping to be able to camp at Backcountry 7, but when I arrived about a mile farther down the path, there was somebody there already. So I kept on trucking. So now I'm at campsite, the Backcountry site 9. And as long as nobody shows up and says, hey, you're on my camp spot, I am staying here tonight. So just want to show you a little bit. I talked earlier that I got some new gear, so I want to be able to just take a moment to show you some of my new stuff here. Number one, I got a Helinox Zero backpacking chair. Very light. I think it's about a pound is how much it weighs. It's not the easiest thing to put together. It's pretty tight. There might be a trick that I don't know yet. Just have to keep messing around with it. But it's very comfortable. The only bad thing that I've discovered is you have to be really careful where you sit it down. A moment ago I set it down and the ground underneath was too soft. So guess what happened? I fell backward. So I guess you'll have to be careful when sitting down. Another piece of gear that I got is the Big Agnes copper Spur. This is a new tent. It weighs approximately 3 pounds. It's considered an ultralight tent. So the last tent I had on the River to River Trail last year, it weighed double that, about 6 pounds. So, and that was a North Face tent. So I'm really excited about this tent. It's got a lot of awesome features. It's, as stated, is very light. And inside I have the Big Agnes Torchlight sleeping bag. It is a down sleeping bag. So I've slept on it a couple times inside, but I have not yet used it. So this is a brand new piece of gear, and underneath that I have a Nemo Tensor sleeping pad. So I'm looking forward to sleeping with that, as well as underneath that I have, it is a Therm-a-Rest Lite. So I figured I would put the foam pad underneath, not merely to protect the Nemo from any sharp objects that may be on the ground underneath that I did not see, but also to add to the R value of the sleeping pad. So I look forward to trying it out. And then I also got this new pillow. It's an inflatable pillow, and it is, I forgot the name of it. It's a Trekology. I think it's Trekology 2. So it is, it's new as well. So as you see, I have several new pieces of gear, and I look forward to using them, and I will tell you all about it. Again, we are here at Sand Ridge State Park, Backcountry 9, and other than not being able to find my original campsite that I had reserved, it's very nice, very peaceful here. So I look forward to cooking some food. I thought about making a fire. I still might make a fire. I haven't decided yet. I'm still thinking about it. So if I do, we will see the fire. If not, I will be going to bed early. So it's been a long day, and I have several more miles to hike out tomorrow. So we will talk to you later. well, I'm on the trail. Started about, I've already gone about a mile or so, and it is beautiful out. The temperature is perfect. I'm not sure what the temperature is right now, but if I was to guess, it's probably high 50s. Had to take off my fleece shirt that I had and my puffy jacket because it is gonna get warm. I'm already a little warm just walking in my regular sun hoodie. So but it's a beautiful day. I saw a couple backpackers. I think they were the guys who was camping there at Backcountry 7. They were actually doing the same thing that I'm doing, as they were hiking the Yellow Trail. So they got a head start on me, I guess, this morning, since I was still packing up when they walked by. But that's okay, it's not a race. I think I had a possum or some kind of animal in my camp last night. I heard something moving around. I assume that's probably what it was, a possum, raccoon, looking to see if I dropped any food, and knowing me, I probably did, unfortunately. But other than that, it was a pretty quiet night. There was one point early before I went to bed, I heard some coyotes way off in the distance. So there are animals, there's wildlife out here. I have not seen any deer yet. There's supposed to be a ton of deer in this area. Hunting is allowed during hunting season. I know a couple people who do go bow hunting out here, and they seem to do pretty good. But I haven't seen any deer yet, so either they're off hiding somewhere, laying down somewhere, or I'm just so loud they hear me coming and take off. But that's probably the case. But it's a beautiful day. I look forward to seeing what these next few miles have in store. They say, because Sand Ridge is, like I said yesterday, it is considered a type of desert, or somewhat of a desert, if that makes sense in Illinois, but it is. It's all sand, and they say there's not much water. However, I would disagree. I would say there is water. It's just so deep in the soil, you can't reach it. There were a couple places that I saw some pools of stagnant water that I guess if you really got desperate, you could filter it and drink it, or treat it however you want to treat it. But not a lot of water. So there are very few places. So I would recommend anyone who decides they want to backpack or even day hike out here in Sand Ridge State Forest, is make sure you bring with you plenty of water. I brought with me, I started out with 2 liters, 2 1-liter bottles, Smart liter bottles, and I actually cached some water close to where I was planning on originally camping. But since I couldn't find my camping spot, the place that I was supposed to camp at, I ended up just filling up my bottles when I passed my jugs of water. I cached 2 gallon jugs of water, and so far I'm good. I used 1 liter last night to cook, and then to drink my coffee this morning, and then just to drink some water before I hit the trail. So I have 1 full water bottle left. I added some of that Element, I think it's raspberry Element, it's electrolyte, a salt drink or additive that you put in your water. It's supposed to give your body salts and the electrolytes you need in order to be able to function and not cramp up. So even though it's early spring and the temperatures are not extreme, you still sweat. Backpacking does take work. You're carrying a load that most people aren't used to carrying on their back, and you're hiking up and down hills and through leaves and climbing over logs, as you see in front of me. So it takes some work. So you want to make sure that you get plenty of liquids. My problem is I always get so busy backpacking and hiking that I forget to take a drink. So that's something I'm trying to correct. I'm trying to fix, make sure I drink plenty of water. So I have, like I said, I have 1 liter left since I used 1 for dinner and for this morning. But I think I will be passing by, it's a campground, it's called Oak Campground, and I was informed by the ranger the other day that there is a water pump there. It comes straight out of the ground. So I will probably try to fill up my water there. Hopefully it's available and it's working properly. I know how sometimes those pumps can go. But like I said, it's a good day, and I look forward to knocking out the rest of this trail. I will talk to you soon. How's it going?
You're out overnight?
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think I saw you when I started yesterday.
Nice day, though.
Beautiful day. Well, I reached the end of the line. I'm coming up to the truck. I hiked about 14 miles, not counting the back and forth when I was looking for the campsite yesterday. I just got done passing a couple guys out riding the horses. One of the guys was the same guy I saw yesterday at the beginning of the hike. The horse wasn't scared of me this time, so. But it's been a good hike here at Sandy Ridge State Forest. I've enjoyed it. It's a good place, a beautiful place. I'd encourage anyone to check it out. So I will talk to you later, and I will see you on the next one.